Do you have a citizen in Changara, in Teso South here in Amukura, yeah, who does not understand that we actually have bursaries in Busia? Do they even reach there? Do we have people who do not know that Busia has agricultural development fund? Do we have citizens in this place within the boundaries of Busia who do not know that the national government has some funds that are also to be accessed by citizens in this county, whether you are if you know, from this particular tribe, or you're from this particular orientation and what have you. And I'm very happy that as I throw my eyes around, I even see people with disabilities and people from all walks of life. I think this conversation is ours. And I look forward to a very fruitful discussion today. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to invite us to be very articulate, very focused on Busia, and we believe that we want to come here with an attitude of we can learn from our past. If we didn't do it well, there is always room to start again, isn't it? Yeah, so FY 1920 going forward, we want to do better than we have been doing in the past. So I don't want to preempt what my boss will be able to speak. I want to urge us to put our hands together, 1, 2, 3, and just do it once, and then we welcome the Chief Officer to be able to speak with us. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. Karibu Bwana Chief Officer.
Thank you so much. The convener of this meeting, CDC, our able partner, IBP, the civil society members who are here, our guests who have come from different counties, who have come to deliberate with us on this issue of equity. Ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed, I want to say good morning. In Busia we say, Tamawe Jakait. Tamawe Jakait means praise the Lord in German. I want to let you know that Ateso and German are more or less the same, and they understand each other. My name is Otieno Ezekiel Okwach. Just as you have been told, I work with the county government. I'm the chief officer in the office of the governor, and this deliberation is in my docket. First and foremost, I want to thank you so much, the CEDC, together with IBP. The last time I knew about IBP, they were in my office doing their what we call interview, and I was so much elated with the kind of the interaction that we had together. But generally, I want to say, without mincing words, that the term equity is very new to many people. And just as David said, quite a number of people link equity with the Equity Bank. And we have come to unbundle this term equity to further be understood by everybody in Busia, if not in this side of Kenya. From my understanding as an economist, equity is a very key undertaking that has come together with evolution. It has come at a time like this when everybody would want to share and share amicably so that everybody is happy with whatever he has got, and that would entail even the collaboration, the complementarity, and even the consultative approach that we are having as a country and as a county. So I want to say that the sharing engagement of what we have depends on the kind of needs that we have, and the kind of priority that we have for the people of our given area. And so when we talk about equity, it is not the same as equality, where we need to give things equal to each and every person. But we want to give it equitably in order so that people's needs and priorities are met in accordance to the given envelope that is there for everybody. I want to believe that this one is a meeting like the first meeting that Jesus had with his appointed apostles disciples rather, when he came into this world. He looked around and saw that the world was wanting, and there were so many things that the world was missing, and he wanted people to go out there and explain and really propagate this meaning to the people. And he went out and looked for 12 people. And these 12 people, he tasked them to go out and tell the others. They went and got 72. And now you are here, you are baptized in his name, and you are calling yourself a Christian. And even if you're a Muslim, I want to believe that is the same cause. When we talk about equity, my brother, in Busia, we as a government have decided that we want to go the better way. We want to go the better way, where we want our people to understand that whatever we have, we share it equitably to the people. Busia is varied in different ways, geographically, geologically, environmentally, and otherwise, just like any other part of the world. We have the northern part of Busia, which is the Teso North, which is majorly a higher area than the Busia South. In as much as it is higher, it is a water-stressed area, in that it is a hilly area with very, very low aquifer of water underground. And so as Busia, when we are talking about distribution of water to the people of Busia who need water, we have to take cognizance of the kind of geological factor that the different parts have. The different parts like Buteso North, we know that they need. Why? Because any time there is a small drought, they have no water, because the water aquifer goes low. And hence, when we are deciding on how to distribute water, we decide to give them first priority. Vis-a-vis, when we look at the southern part, it is a lowland area. When there's a lot of rain, it becomes a flooded area. And hence, it becomes difficult for us to know how to serve them. So how do we get to serve them? The people themselves have to make decision on the needs and the priorities that they need to have. And hence, we align this to the envelope that we get as a county, and hence give the people of Busia what they deserve. Why am I saying this? It's because we cannot give the people of Busia, 800,000 people, the same, because they don't have the same problems, they don't have the same challenges, they don't have the same endowment. They have different types of endowment, economically, geographically, environmentally, and otherwise. And hence, there is need for equitable distribution of everything that we have for them, so that they can easily enjoy and compare themselves with the other people in different places in this county where this same envelope is supposed to be shared. And so I want to say that Busia, as a county, we are enveloping and trying to take up what can be best for our people by giving them a chance to decide on what they want. And this is through civic education and public participation. The civic education that we have is that we go to the people and tell them this is what we have, and this is your right, and now you have a way to meet us and get to the place where you need to get these things, and give yourself to those people so that they can be telling you how to get it. He has talked about the kind of funds that we have started. The Agriculture Development Fund, we have the Youth Fund, and we have the so-called Cooperative Fund, we have the bursaries, and we have the revolving fund for university students and so on. All these are done in order to ensure that the people get what they need at the time they need them. But it also depends on the kind of priority that we have, and these priorities can only come when they themselves tell us what they want. And so the public participation is very key in terms of ensuring realization of equity in this level. And hence, we are working towards seeing to it that in as much as we might not have done it very well in the earlier years, we are working towards saying that everything is done as per the people's mind, because the sovereignty of these people lies with the people. And hence the people have a better say than even the duty bearers, which is like us who sit in these offices. Ours is to serve them, and theirs is to decide. And when they decide, we do as they decide. Ours is to guide them that the decision that you've made is fine, but this is how to go about it. And so they feel included in the decision making, and that makes them receive what they want to receive in the time that they need it. So I want to say that equity is a term that we need to really propagate to each and every person. The youth, persons living with disability, the women, and any other person that is in this country needs to know exactly where do they fit in terms of equity, and what do they have to share in terms of equity. What are their priorities in terms of equity? What are their needs in terms of equity? So that at the end of the day, we are speaking from one page, and hence the inclusivity of the decision making that people are doing by themselves. Long are gone when we used to lord over people and tell them what we want them to do. This is the time when people need to tell us what they want, and ours is to give what they want, and at the end of the day, all of us are happy. And so I want to say that in Busia, just as His Excellency the government could have been here to tell you, we are looking forward to really revigorating what kind of approach that we had before. And right now we are working on our public participation, civic education and publicity bill, which is really at the tail end of finalization. Last time we had all the CSOs coming on board just to look at it. And we are thinking that through that, we should be able to reach people and enlighten people on how best we can be serving them. We have known that our role is duty, and their role is rights. So the right bearers have most to say than the duty bearers. The duty bearers are there to give the service. The right bearers are there to give the decision. And so when the decision is passed and mooted, we have to follow according to how they have done it. And hence, in that way, we shall be able to equitably distribute the resources, the limited resources that we get. We are also looking at a way by which, through this kind of equitable distribution of resources, the right bearers will be able to support in terms of local revenue collection, so that they understand that even them as right bearers, they need to give their resources through revenue collection, which will build up even to support the national government envelope that we get from the national government. And hence, it will make a better life, improving the living standard of the people of this county, because we are working together. As at now, and even earlier, it has been a bit difficult because there has not been that kind of rapport, because we are talking about the limited envelope, forgetting that the same people that we want to serve are the same people who are holding the revenue, because they don't understand that part of their duty is to ensure that this envelope is supported by the local revenue that will enhance improved resources, that will improve services, that will improve the living standard of the people in Busia, and hence we have to work together in order to ensure that we succeed. Our success is the inclusivity in decision making with all the people that are within this county, where everybody has his role cut out very well. I have said we have the duty bearers and we have the right bearers. The right bearers or the right holders are the ones to make decisions, and the duty bearers are the ones to ensure that things are going according to the law. Therefore, I want to say that this kind of deliberation is very important to us. We are very much elated, CDC, we are very much elated, IBP, because we know from here we shall not be the same again. It is going to inspire us as a county to ensure that we work towards the realization of equitable distribution of resources and equitable distribution of giving a platform for each and every person to give his view so that his view is captured and he feels included in the decision making, and that will make us have even a more united county where everybody has a place to play and has a role to play in everything that we are doing as a county. That is our pride, and that's why we are working towards making sure that we give what we can in terms of the platform where everybody has a right to say what they want. Generally, as a county, we have public participation during budgeting time. We have public participation during finance bill time and many other bills that need public participation. And we are learning that we need to go even further, even to make it more lucrative in giving more platform to more people so that we can tap the minds of the people so that we can know how best we can serve them in any time that we are given to serve them. We have the ward projects, and these ward projects are majorly funds that are given to our able local leaders in the wards. And majorly it is supposed to enhance the improvement of living standards in those wards. And I want to believe, in as much as they are given to the wards, many of the members of the assembly get their information and priority and decision from the people in their own public participations at their ward levels. And that is one way by which we can enrich the decision making at the ward level. We are also making a move so that we move it up to the village level, because in Busia we have devolved our units and decentralized our units up to the village level. So we are having a preparation of giving a position to the village councils, so that at the village level, the councils who are going to be the people to make decisions at that village level will have a say before the decision is brought to the ward, before the decision is brought to the sub-county, and before the decision is brought to the government, the county government, for major ratification and also inclusion of many other issues pertaining to legal matters and such things that make it become a decision that can be upheld. So we are moving towards making sure that equitable distribution of resources, equitable distribution of projects, equitable distribution of decision is done at every level. And hence, we are working towards the same. And that's why I want to say that IBP, this is a platform that you've given us, and it is an eye-opener. It is a platform that is going to make us move further in making better preparations for ensuring that the people of Busia get what they want at the time when they want it. Finally, I want to say that we are working towards ensuring that we work smart with the CSOs, because they are like the vehicles that we use in order to enhance knowledge and civic education at the grassroots level. And I want to applaud the CDC for many times when we have issues to do with information dissemination, education, and such things like, they are at the grassroots there, and they can be able to meet these people, and they can send what the government is doing. And also, may I also bring to your attention that we are not only for the pluses, we are not only for the positives, that we also accept the negatives, that where we have gone wrong, we are able to be corrected and shown that this is the way. You have done it this way, but this is the better way. And so we have to change to make things better because of the correction. And that is the most important thing. We as a government, we cannot come and stand and be, of course, stand tall and say we have done everything. That one would be a lie. We are saying that we are ready to work with the people at the grassroots, majorly the CSOs, who have been our partners at many times. We have sat together with them, and there are many times they have shown us our shortcomings, and we have tried to correct the shortcomings. And they have seen where we have been having strength, and they have applauded those strengths. And that is what life is. Life is a matter of correction, a matter of being admonished, a matter of being shown that this is the way, let's take it, and that is how we get it. So, my dear brethren, I want to say that we are very happy. We are happy that you're here, and I want to say that in this meeting, as we deliberate, as we point out weaknesses and strengths, opportunities and threats, we shall be able to come out clean. And that would be a plus to the IBP, who have been a partner, to CEDC, who has enabled this kind of interaction to be there. And I believe this is just but a start. And we are also welcoming you, and we also want you to welcome us where we think we can do better in other places as symbols of what you have done in Busia. We are ready to come and share so that people would know we are working together. That is the most important thing that we want to say today. And may I now take this opportunity to declare this meeting opened. And I want to say we are together with you, and we are going to work together in order to see to it that we work smart for the betterment of the people of Busia, for the betterment of the people of this country, because together we win, and alone we fail. If you want to go far, you go with people, isn't it? When you want to go fast, you go alone. But when you go alone at times, you end up in the river, and nobody will bring a report that you ended up in the river. So we want to walk with you so that we can go far. So that when I'm tired, you can raise my hand like the hands of Moses were raised, and they won the Amalekites. Can you raise my hands so that we win this war of iniquity, so that Busia becomes a place where equity is the in thing, no iniquity. Thank you, and God bless you.
Asante. Before Francis comes, I just want to have an announcement. Make one announcement. Please, let's do another clap. Please, let's do another clap. Can we organize it? Just, as I said, 1, 2, 3, and then we hit once. Eh? So let's prepare. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. That's better. This week on Friday, this announcement, this week on Friday at such a time, we'll be having such a similar forum in this place, also discussing issues of inclusion in Busia County. And this event is called the official launch of Jukumu Langu Initiative, Busia County. Go to your Google and find out what Jukumu Langu Initiative is all about. We are expanding in Busia, more space for engagement with the public. We'll be doing this in partnership with civil society organizations. I've seen Bramwell of ADS is here. We'll be with the Ministry of Devolution from the national government. CEDC will be there. IBP will be here, and several other players. So I also want to use this opportunity to welcome all of us here, because I know you are relevant players in this particular forum. Asanteni, karibu Francis, so you can continue.
Thank you very much, Bwana Sideo. Thank you very much, Bwana Dr. Ezekiel Okwach, for the insightful opening remarks and the encouragement that you've given to us that we are actually players in this work. I just want to recognize the arrival of our colleagues from Bungoma, Salamiana Watu, Kakamega, thank you so much. Siaya, bado hajafika. Amref, Kemri, CRA, Hatuoni? Thank you so much. Busia residents, CSOs. Wow. Wenye Busia. Thank you so much. At this point, I would request that we break for a cup of tea. Then we come for the next sessions so that we are able to catch up with time and be able to finish in time. Thank you so much. Let's have our cup of tea. Karibuni. Tea is out here, very tent. Thank you so much. Karibuni tule ya Busia.